I did a video on this like a couple days ago. I think Ada's Amado's daughter. I
Um,
do.
I
I,
don't know about that one, but regardless of why he's immune, the thing is, like Boruto mentions, so omnipotence just erases their memory of omnipotence and whatnot. So,
yeah.
you could theoretically keep repeatedly figuring it out. Like Shikamaru may have, for all we know, figured it out 20 times and kept forgetting. The thing with
Mm,
Amado is it's just like he's the only character who's just like, yeah, I've known this the whole time. My memories were definitely altered. There's no other explanation. And like Saren and Sumerai noticed, that's not normal. He shouldn't
yeah.
be able to do that. And
Exactly.
I don't know. In Amado's case, he could be immune, but not know every single detail of how omnipotence works. And so he might be trying to deflect away, essentially. Be like, yeah, this is like obvious, like kind of thing. When really, because he doesn't know Saren and Sumerai are immune, he doesn't realize that they would notice that that
Yes.
is
The change in their
wrong.
behavior.
Because yeah, so I mean, of course he could know, but I'm thinking he might not know this, and so his plan would work if they were affected too. But because they're not affected, they can notice that it's sus. Like
Fair enough. Yeah.
they were
Exactly.
sweating. They
Otherwise,
were
he would be
sweating.
like, if he knew how the omnipotence worked, he'd be able to realize that, hey, they're going to forget the concept of this anyways. Like they said in the recent chapter, you're going to forget it anyways. It's like you said, they could have figured it out 100 times, and this could just be normal for him. And he's applying logic. And to me, the fact that he's able to overdo this with logic, that's just not a good enough answer. Because
No,
again,
especially because Boruto literally said that in order to essentially just believe in him, you have to attach yourself to something that isn't. I don't know, see what the translation said specifically, but it
yeah,
basically said like it has to not be logic. Like
yes,
logic doesn't work.
like
And of
faith.
course, what did Amado say? It was all logic,
Yeah, I'd recognize my
It's
6 year. Nah, and well, look at the way he treats Delta, for example. Like, look at that, and look at the way, like just his whole demeanor. He rinsed Delta out, and I say this in the video. He rinsed Delta out to Konoha for the low, like he's their attack dog. His precious daughter. He's okay with her just like being. I'm just saying, like, think about it. How precious is she? He's okay with her being in combat and just used like that. We see him not
oh,
interacting with
oh,
Ada. We see the fact that he's nervous as I'm just saying he looked scared when he saw Ada. Everyone
yeah,
else was like
dude.
around.
Yeah,
He was terrified.
like the only reason he would be so frightened of Ada is because she could
She's asking
expose
for her
him with
allowance.
her, yeah, like with her knowledge, like
Oh
yeah,
yeah, everything
she
she
could
knows about him.
expose him.
Exactly. She knows everything
And
about this dude. He was actually scared.
this pissed me off with Shikamaru, bro, back in chapter 75 when Shikamaru was asking the wrong questions, dude. He was asking Ada
Dude.
to check the wrong shit, and she basically hinted, like, that aspect's true. He did have a daughter, but the
Yeah,
other
like
hints and
come
those
on.
hints, well, I don't know about
You
those
could have
ones.
asked straight up,
And it's
what
like,
is Amado's goal? Just ask that clearly. She
I'm
knows
like,
it.
or he didn't have Ada check like the moment when Amado met Jigen. So he just believed him that Jigen just waltzed in. Maybe he did, but he didn't ask her to check that. He didn't
Hey,
ask her to. He didn't say where is Shibai's body right now. He didn't ask that. He didn't.
also, I'm just saying, Ada herself still thinks he's their daughter because the way she answered the question is kind of weird. She's like, I do know he has a daughter, but I didn't know anything else. I don't know, man. The way it was worded, the fact that he's immune to her charm, either that or he's an Otsutsuki. And like, that's just boring. If he's an Otsutsuki, that's boring. It'll be way more
Yeah,
interesting
I
in the
don't like.
story. Come
I
on.
mean, I,
Ishibai. Oh, come on. That's so lame if that's how it is.
yeah, like as far as like I'd rather him not be in Atsuki itself. I'm
Same.
fine if, like, hypothetically, he struck a deal. Like, it's a hypothetical. He struck a deal with Shibai because he knew that Ishiki can bring his daughter back, and so he found a different way and
To become
whatnot.
immune, I
I,
guess.
but like, I
Ah,
don't want him to be in Atsuki because I feel like we have plenty of those
yeah.
people to work with. So let's just let Amado be something different. I like
Well,
him just being the smart guy.
either he's an Otsutsuki or he's related to her, right? That's how her Shinjutsu works. I'm just saying. You're right.
Uh, you could
Uh,
have other options
don't be
in
so weak
there.
though.
One of
If they
them's
do that,
weird
I'll be
though,
pissed.
but
Oh, like Sarda and Sumire. Okay, okay,
yes.
okay. That's a
And
good
so
point.
it depends on what their reason is. You could, although in so hypothetical, I hate the it's because they love an Itsuki theory doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Now,
or they're voted to another god or something like that. Like,
so the theory that Ada essentially she subconsciously doesn't want them to be affected because she wants them to be true friends. So that one works very well for the charm. As far as the role reversal, it's a little bit weird as to why it
Yeah,
would carry over, but
because
you
there's
could
two separate
explain
abilities,
it.
right?
It's the same ability, but it's like,
Well, it's
I
like
mean,
Rasengan and Rasengan Uzahiko. Like, yes, they're both Rasengans, but like one's a different type of Rasengan, right?
yeah, it's so, I mean, you could say like, because Ada subconsciously she just wants him to be immune to her ability, period. Just like she, depending on how she's thinking about it, I don't know. It is a little weird, but it works
Yeah,
enough that I could accept it. But of course, why would she want Amado to be immune for any reason? Doesn't seem reasonable. So I feel like he would have to be immune forcefully. But even
yeah.
then, though, the whole blood relatives are immune thing, the only way that even makes sense to me, besides the don't
Ooh,
promote incest aspect,
you're about to
is
say it.
because either I want her relatives to be charmed by her, because why would she want Damon to be kissing her? Or B, because Damon has part of Suzuki DNA, it's really because of that. But they've really emphasized numerous
Or that's not
times
her
that, like,
brother.
Ada and Damon aren't Utsuki. Like, Momoshika's like, yo, they're not Utsuki. Like, that's,
Yeah, because like Damon's definitely her brother, right? No one's doubting that.
yeah, I don't see, like hypothetically, if Ada created Damon with omnipotence or something, I feel like
Oh,
Amado
that'd be so
would have to
strange.
know about, like, I mean, he would have to at least know, like, there's more to her power in that case. Like, there's no way around it. He knows about omnipotence if that's the case. So,
No, I mean, no, I agree. I'm holding out though. I'm holding out. That's gonna be watch a couple years from now. It's gonna be his daughter. I won't be the crazy one. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be something ridiculous like that. But if they dare make him an Otsutsuki, oh my god, if they make him an Otsutsuki, that'll just be so cringe. That'll be the worst route to go about this.
yeah, my thing about the daughter thing was, I predicted the Delta connection to his daughter for a lot of reasons. I mean, he could just have two daughters, but it's kind of like, I don't feel like Ada herself should be the daughter. She could be like somewhat connected to her, but I don't feel like Ada should be the daughter just because nothing else would make sense
I mean,
otherwise.
I
So
mean, I don't know. Just the ability to be immune to the Shinjutsu, like it's just unless he actually is pure, he is immune, and it's just the fact he's just immune to it because of the logic thing. Like you said, that
whatever.
contradicts the
Nah,
story.
no, it ain't that. No, he's
Ah,
capping. I'm with you.
you
He's
so you're
capping there. Like,
yeah.
if he's like, he just is immune. I think, regardless of why. I
Oh
think
yeah,
he
I mean
just
he
is
could he
immune.
could do something corny like, oh, of course, why wouldn't I make myself immune in there or whatever to it as a robot?
Exactly.
He could do
Like,
that.
yeah, exactly. Like, just think about it from that perspective. Like, you really think Amado wouldn't have such a countermeasure for the shit?
Yeah, I mean he's kind of
Um,
like Shikamaru in the sense of that he always likes to be prepared.
no, bro. Shikamaru doesn't want to be prepared in Boruto though.
Oh man,
But,
he's such a the only
you know, I,
he gets
you know,
5% respect for not taking that eighth Hokage position. Because if I was Sarada, I would have been saying some slick stuff like, "Yeah, I bet you're real happy he's gone now that you want to do Boruto just like you wanted to do Naruto as a I would have man, look, I would have made him listen. Oh, I would have made him
yeah.
listen.
I mean, I'll give Shikamaru this. Like, this latest chapter saved me a little bit of a Shikamaru rant because the whole you forget it aspect means that Shikamaru, like, everything, because I had a lot of complaints. I'm like, okay, I get what they're doing, but it makes Shikamaru look stupid the last 3 years. But if he just kept forgetting it, okay, that's
Yeah.
forgivable. If he
I
just
hope I
kept
hope that's
figuring,
not it either though, because if that's the case, this is pointless because it's just going to be a continuous thing. What is going to happen? Like they're going to figure it out quicker and quicker each time.
yeah, I mean,
Like each time they realize they're in a loop, they figure out the solution to the loop even quicker.
yeah, the other thing is, like,
My god.
how long does it take for them to forget? Is like, so what does this look like?
I need
Like,
I want the
it's
official
a little bit weird.
translations.
Yeah,
It's tough because Viz be getting it wrong too. Viz Media be saying the craziest stuff. I
bro, they're JJK. They're JJK
dude, oh my
translations.
god, it made everyone like just it pisses the community off too because it's like people take this as gospel. Whole time they're wrong.
Yeah,
People
it
make it be,
just depends. I mean, sometimes, like, compared to the OP scans translations, a lot of those were hilarious. And I think it was last chapter that when we were translating it on the podcast, like, some of them were hilariously wrong, and we're like, why did they say this? But sometimes Viz does that too. Like, the
yeah.
malevolent Malevolent Shrines adaptation, or it's like, bro, did you watch the series?
Wait, it was called. Wait, what do you mean? What happened?
In JJK, like there's a bunch of random things that they'll say that are just raw. Like I remember one during the Sukuna fight where he was talking about Malevolent Shrines adaptation instead of Maharagas. It's like, bro,
Oh.
it's just the wrong thing.
Oh my. Okay, you're being literal. Like, okay, that's embarrassing.
No, they do
That's
shit like that
actually very.
all the time. And, but
Hey, look,
yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna say one thing about that though. I think the community's done OP scans dirty, and I don't appreciate it. I
oh
ain't gonna
dude,
lie to you.
yeah, they like
Switched
sent
up
them to like
immediately.
prison. Like
Well, I don't know. I'm not talking about that. I don't think that. I'm talking about the fact that everyone's like, am I allowed to name drop on here if I'm saying it's my own opinion? Is that allowed?
no, probably.
Okay, cool. DB Zerman did a video on, and I've been following this guy for years. Like, mad respect for his content, his abilities, love his pacing, all that jazz. But like, he did a video basically like shitting on them, and as far as like leakers and ruining the stuff, ruining anime for anime onlys and the rest of the community who don't want to be spoiled, a couple days advance. And I'm like, hold up, man, you've dropped videos on these stuff before. Like what's with this stuff? Because the thing is,
Yeah, I mean,
like everybody, we like the spoilers. Like, why is everyone acting like we're team anti-spoilers now? And it just seems like everyone switched up on them immediately. I don't know.
yeah, it's because they didn't want to look bad. I mean, at the end of the day,
That's
the reason why they
dirty.
got so popular is because so many people liked it. Like for me, I
Exactly.
would say I'd rather it be the official spoiler thing. You just get the one panel, and then you have to like based on that panel guess what the chapter's about with that little bit of context. Like
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
fine for me as content because
Like what they've been
that
doing
would
with
just be the
Boruto.
yeah, like I only care about the spoilers because it's literally just a free video and I'm gonna see them. And at this point,
Exactly.
it's like it's out. I wanna read the chapter. I'll just do it now. It's
That's
out.
exactly why I
So
do it too. I'd wait as well. It's not like I'm fiending for them, but it's like it's the same as the pictures are pretty. Damn. Like who's it
yeah.
hurting? And it's not, and it's a one thing for Shueisha and them to chop down on them. I totally understand that. Get your money. If these guys are affecting your bread, fine. I just like the fact that all the people on Twitter are just acting fake now, like they weren't benefiting from those same spoilers. Like you said, making those videos, getting
Exactly.
those free views. Like ain't nothing wrong with the
Yeah.
companies doing it, but let's not act too holier than thou. All of us love
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah, it's I'm like I wish it just was a thing to where you couldn't do that. Like you
Yeah,
just got the official panel, that was it. But it's not. And it's like at the end of the day,
it's reality though.
we
It's the
we
truth.
like it because we're curious. We want to know what happened in the chapter.
Yeah, and no one
If
wants
it's
to be
out,
left out.
yeah, it's like I just want to fucking read at this point. Like I already waited. I waited 26 days. It's out now. I don't really feel like
Exactly.
waiting.
Especially with a month-long series. Like, holy God, it ain't that deep. It's a month-long series before, between us seeing it. Like, let us enjoy them.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is that you get the whole chapter. It's progressively become that way. And I feel
Yeah.
like it would be better if, because the only real reason I'm going to read the official chapter is just for the official translation.
Yeah,
At
to make
this
sure you're saying
point.
things within context and all that.
That's really it. Otherwise, before, like, because it was a progressive thing, back in like chapter 79 was when OP Scans started doing Boruto. Before then, chapter 70 and so on, we just got some spoilers. Like
Yeah.
Abdul would post some stuff, not the whole chapter.
Yeah,
And
of
that's
course.
pretty good. You get a little bit, but not the whole thing.
It's a good ratio.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's like, well, once OP Scans came out, it's just like, I mean, from a business perspective on YouTube, it's like, well, of course we're just gonna fucking read it at that point. Like,
Yeah, why wouldn't we? It's like it's content.
yeah, it's just
It doesn't
like,
mean I don't respect Shueisha or anything like that. And I'm not even hating on Shueisha for getting on him. I just don't like the people on
yeah,
Twitter who benefited being all like
yeah,
fake.
they act like they were the demons. It's like, bro,
Yeah, it's
you
like,
like
yeah,
that
these
shit,
are your
man.
friends. Like, damn, is it really that deep? We on some
Yeah.
cutthroat shit. None of us are that big to we got to be out here snaking folks. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. Speaking of opinion, I'm sorry, Kam, I need to ask you something. In that fight when Boruto was getting ganged up by the Shinju, and he left, and Kashi and Koji say, "Do you want to destroy the planet?" Do you know that there are people out there that think that he means that Boruto would have destroyed it in the battle? I swear to God, I saw this and it pissed me off. Like, no, he's talking about if he gets turned into, a tree by getting caught by them. He doesn't want to get turned into a tree because that's the end of the world. But like everyone, for their mom was saying that, like, oh no, it's about him, destroying the world with his power. Uzahiko is a world buster. I'm like, you moron, are y'all illiterate? Learn to read.
Yeah, dude, it's so obvious, bro.
It's
What he
so
means.
bad.
He meets like like, are you trying to destroy this planet by being an idiot and like letting
you're
them win?
yeah, they're gonna
Like,
smoke our pack.
yeah, that's funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my
some
god,
people think that the Uzihiko's some like
it's an
world
AP.
level
It's
planet
dude.
busting jutsu. I'm like,
It's
bro,
not.
it's like it might utilize concepts of the planet or even like energy of the planet itself and whatnot. That's fine, but
And when
it's
you
not
said,
like
hmm
he's taking
you
the
did a video
planet
on
and
this, didn't
crumbling it
you?
to dust. Yeah, I explained how I think it
Yeah,
works, but
yeah, I
it's not a
remember
planet
watching it.
buster.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. What it does, it's if anything, it's an internalized shot. I kind of correlate it to that of the, think of the Hyuga Styles Gentle Fist. It attacks you
Exactly, that's what I said.
internally.
It's
Precisely. It attacks you
it's also like
internally.
Dosu's sound taijutsu ability. It's a lot
Yes,
like that.
exactly. It's
I'm like,
dealing damage to you internally, but it in of itself isn't like it's not destroying the planet just because it's utilizing the power of the planet, like
yeah,
or a
I
power
think
or a force in the
it
planet.
might incorporate the planet's literal rotation as
Yes.
the source of its rotation. That's fine. I think that's what it does. That's why it continues to just keep affecting code until it gets released. But like, it doesn't mean that Boruto is,
Planetary.
blowing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we're
Wait,
saying on
what?
Izihiko blows up a moon, low
Yeah,
diff. Now, could Boruto blow up a moon? Absolutely. I mean, not a moon. Well, maybe he could. I don't know. They've really done their best to dial back the big ass flashy attacks because they want people to actually like enjoy the series without having to only be relevant when you have a giant bijou or something. Like I saw some spoilers, or I thought were spoilers on Twitter, where it looked like Mitsuki summoned this gigantic snake, like this white skinned snake or whatever. I'm like,
oh
holy god,
yeah,
they're doing that. All right, so Boruto's coming with Gamabunta. It was fake, but I'm like, it's good because it's nice being able to see people fight without having to need giant bijou or a giant avatar.
yeah.
People
I
can
think
be
it's
relevant.
fine to have some of them do it, but not everyone do
Yeah,
it. Like,
everybody.
just have
If
it mixed up.
everyone, yeah, if everyone needs a giant avatar form to fight, then anyone who doesn't have one is now worthless.
Yeah, so that's the thing I liked about Jigen in Ashiki.
You
It
kick
was
the shit out of 'em.
because, like, yeah, like the way he fought was differently. It was, it was more ninja-like in all honesty than any
Yeah,
other Utsuki, really. I guess Kinshiki was all taijutsu, but again, it's different. Like,
nah, that's
um,
not the same. Like
yeah.
you're right. That's definitely not the same thing.
Urashiki as well. He was mostly just sneaky and hacks. I wish he was a manga character.
Oh yeah,
Maybe if I'm
dude, he's
lucky,
got to
he'll
come in
return.
there.